Welcome to Martinsville, race number 9 of the 2019 All-Star Offline Racing Series. Gonna get qualifying underway. We had a really eventful race at Talladega last week. We are getting ready for the qualifying race. So, two drivers had a really good day. They have advanced into the top 32 in points. That is the 48 of Ryan Benjamin, who is in 28th. And the 30 of Ron Jackson, who is in 32nd. He is 8 points ahead of the cutoff line. Ryan Benjamin is 72 points, or 70 points ahead of the cutoff line. Both drivers having a really good day. They almost won at Talladega. Did not quite get there. But with their finish, Ryan Benjamin is within 400 points of the points leader. And Ron Jackson is 415 points away from the points leader. Now, with that happening, two drivers have fallen back down out of the top 32 in points. That is the 40 of Tim Hoffman, the 43 of Dawson Montenegro. Both drivers going to try to work their way into the race. Speaking of Dawson Montenegro, the first time around, he is second place. Actually, I think that's the second lap that they just did. Going to be an interesting race. This is going to be our second short track race. We saw Bristol a couple weeks ago, and the qualifying race at Bristol was a mess. Tyrell Resner, the 41, got the pole, had a mechanical issue under the pace laps, did not start the race, and then that threw half the field a lap down, and it was hectic. So, see what happens if we have a good race here. I think 25 laps is probably going to go by pretty quick, just as Bristol did. Martinsville is more of a flat track. There's not too much banking. And usually if there's a crash, they can get back into the race without any damage for the most part. But anything can happen here. We will find out shortly. About one more minute left and we will start the race. Here we go, wrapping up qualifying now. Here we go. So up front we've got the 16 of CJ Williams, the second car in that front row, the 43 Dawson Montenegro. Both cars want a good finish. Dawson is outside of the top 32, so he had a bad race last week, and now he's out. We have in the second row the 50 of Cody Rhodes, the 1 of Aiden O'File. Third row we've got the 41 of Tyrell Resner, the 37 of Cesar Ramirez. Then we've got that yellow 00 Jeremiah Dwayne, the black 66 of Darwish Jr., the yellow and blue of 27 car Benjamin Wallace, the 09 right there of Evan McCollum. In the next row, the black and yellow car is, who is that? That is the, actually I don't really know, hold on one sec. There we go. That is the 188 of Racer X. Beside him is that blue car, 33 Sheila Harmon. Behind her, the red and black 60 of Colton Harmon. Beside him, the 91, that orange car, Logan Gentry. We've got the 40 car, Tim Hoffman. We have the 148 of Brian Lancaster, and in the back, we've got that 20 of Yale Carrillo. Alright, so let's get this race underway here. .25 laps is the distance here. The top 10 advance. So the pace car already down pit road. So far, this is a better start than Bristol was. Everybody is able to start the race, no issues at all. Green flag is in the air, and I don't know why there was not a, I have no idea, I'll show you next time around. The person was just standing in midair. So the 16, CJ Williams, out front, clears the 43 and the 50. Dawson Montenegro on the outside, he needs to get to the bottom, same with the one of Aiden O'File. Here, look on the left, you'll see the guy standing up in the air right there. Looks like he's standing on the fence, that's about it. So the 50, Cody Rhodes now second place. Dawson is possibly going to be able to clear that number 1 of Aiden O'File. Yep, Aiden O'File, that number 1 car probably could have been out of the top, or out of the bottom half of the field in the top 32, but he had a mechanical issue last week at Talladega before the start. Was not able to start the race, so he is back in the points now. See back here, Tyrell Resner and Darvish Jr. on the outside. They're getting past. A lot of battling back here. Almost 3 wide, I thought. Look at Tim Hoffman now. 3 wide. He is in the middle. Yel Carrillo, the 20, is in the bottom, and Sheila's on the top. Those 3 cars are trying to work their way through the field to get advanced into the race at Martinsville today. 33, Sheila Harmon, though, she is not in a good position. Everybody trying to get by that number 60 car, Colton Harmon. Actually, right now, that number 66, he's in 10th place. He has the transfer spot, final transfer spot. Right there, right in front of this pack of cars. Yel Carrillo, that number 20, he is coming for the 66. He wants to make the race. Oh, Jeremiah Dwayne, Cesar Ramirez are going to make a little bit of contact. All of these cars up here, they are in the race. 00 Jeremiah Dwayne, 6th place. 5th, Cesar Ramirez. 4th, Aiden O'File. Dawson Montenegro, 3rd. 2nd, Cody Rhodes. 1st, CJ Williams. We're nearing halfway already in this race. Let's look at the end of the field here. Sheila Harmon on the outside. She is going to get past, and now she's back in 17th position. Not looking like she's going to be able to make the race today. Logan Gentry trying to pass the 148. See Darvish Jr., he's out of the transfer spot now. He is back to 12th place. Evan McCollum, that number 09, is in 10th. He has the final transfer spot. See the 20 of Yale Carrillo, the 40 Tim Hoffman trying to catch the 09, the 66 falling back. I think it's going to be really hard for anybody else to really make any passes in the back there unless we get a caution. I don't know if we'll get a caution. This is just a qualifying race. These cars are trying to play it safe. They all want to advance to the main race, so the top 10 probably just going to take it a little easy here. Meanwhile, 16, CJ Williams out front. Looks like there's a little bit of a battle back here. Oh, maybe not. I thought that 20 car was going to try to pass that 09. I saw him off the turn, but no pass yet. That 09 Evan McCollum trying to get past the 41 of Tyrell Resner. Everything kind of spread out now. Oh, Evan McCollum made a wide entry in that turn, and that almost opened the door for that number 20 of Yale Carrillo. Number 20 car right now, not in this race. Oh, he gets a little high now. He is not in the transfer spot, so he is hoping that something happens up near the front, allows him to get up there. Same with everybody else. So we're now lap 13 out of 25. We are halfway through the race already. It's only been about 5 minutes. See Aiden O'File up front here. He's getting passed by the 00 Jeremiah Dwayne. He's going to fall back to 5th place. For now, the 27 Benjamin Wallace going to try to get underneath of him, but I don't think he's close enough. Aiden will drop back in line. Oh, maybe not. Here comes Benjamin Wallace for the position. Benjamin Wallace now going to try to take 5th place away from Aiden No-File. And back here we've got a battle for position here, 9th and 10th place. Look at Yale Krill, the 20 is going to try to capitalize and pass that 41 of Tyrell Resner. Now that means that Yale Carrillo, that number 20, is now in the transfer spot. That will knock Tyrell out of this race. Look at the 40 Tim Hoffman trying. I thought he was going to try to get past Darwish Jr. Darwish going to try to follow that 20 car past the 41. If he can do that. Oh, no, wait. Tyrell is still in the transfer spot, but look at the 66 and the 40. They're going to try to battle with him, try to take that final transfer spot. Logan Gentry, that number 91, has climbed up through the field a little bit. We look at the bottom half of the field, 11th through 17th right now, out of the race. No, the 41 is out of the race, my bad. Colton Harmon and Sheila Harmon both having trouble in this race. Colton did not qualify for Talladega. He had a mechanical issue or something happened to his car early on. After that first caution, came down pit road, and then his car was fast, but he was really slow. He actually fell off of the draft last week. Hasn't been able to qualify for some of these races in the last few weeks. 33 Sheila Harmon had a really good finish last week. Moves her up in the points. She's up to, I believe, 39th. She was back at 45th. But if she cannot get in this race today, that's going to be horrible for her points today. Like we said or a few weeks ago, after this offline season is over, once we start the next one, only 40 cars are in each series. That way we do not have to go through these qualifying races. We do not have to eliminate anybody. I feel like that's only fair for everybody else, so Aiden No-File now try to pass that 27 car. He is back in 5th place now. He's got a long line of cars with him. It looks like Benjamin Wallace is going to try to fight back on the outside, but there he goes on the bottom. Meanwhile, up near the front, we've got a 4-car battle up here. CJ Williams still out front. Dos Montenegro now trying to take 2nd place away. Jeremiah Dwayne is also up here with these cars. Nothing really happening up here yet. Aiden No-File still trying to pass that 27 Benjamin Wallace. A lot of these cars now stacking up, so some of these cars on the outside line could be in danger. That 37 Cesar Ramirez, 9th place. He might fall back to 10th. Here comes that 20 of Yale Carrillo. I think Yale's going to drop back in line. Oh, there was almost some contact there with some of those cars. Look at the 66 Darwish Jr. going to try to get past that 41 Tyrell Resner. This is the battle for the transfer spot. The 20 is in. Same with the 37, but now the 37 drops back to 10th place. Here comes the 41 now of Tyrell Resner. Can he get a pass made? I don't know, but here comes the 66 of Darwish Jr. now. If the 66 can get past that 37 car, he will be in the race. 2 more laps to go here at Martinsville. 41 Tyrell Resner is going to drop back to probably about 14th place. I don't think Darwish is going to be able to pass that 37. Really wide entry. He almost got into the back of Caesar. White flag is out. I don't think we're going to see a pass for the transfer spot here. The 188 car is starting to move, or falling back. Look up near the front here. It's going to be single file, 4 cars deep. 16 of CJ Williams will get the win. Darwish Jr. is not going to be able to get into the race. Cesar Ramirez actually trying to get 9th place away from Yale Carrillo, but did not do that. So the qualifying race is done. A lot of familiar faces out of the race. Again, out of the main race. See Darwish Jr., that 66. Tim Hoffman, unfortunately for him, did not make it. Had a bad race at Talladega, and that puts him in that predicament where he will not be in the race. Logan Gentry does not qualify for a race again. Tyrell Resner, not again for him. Colton Harmon, Brian Lancaster, Sheila Harmon. Those 7 cars are going home. So the qualifying race is over. We are going to go set the starting lineup, and then we'll have qualifying. and we will start the main race. We'll see you then. And welcome back to Martinsville. We're going to start qualifying here. Main race. So a couple cars made it into the main race that were not in the race last week at Talladega. CJ Williams, Racer X, Evan McCollum, Yel Carrillo. Those drivers were not at Talladega last week in the main race. So great for them. They're going to be able to get some points. Number 1, Aiden O'File made his way in. He was not at Talladega either, but he did qualify for the main race. Just was not able to start, so unfortunate for him. A lot of drivers here. First time by, it looks like the 5, Damon Singletary, is going to be the fastest driver. He is up in the top 5, 10, I think it is, in points. Damon Singletary, after his finish last week, is in 7th. So not a bad season for him. Alex Bruno now going to qualify first. Actually, never mind, Tim Zimmer. Nope, and Damon Singletary is going to take it back. Look at the points leader, Sarah Rocha, all the way back in 40th place. That is not good here at Martinsville. If we get a long green flag run, she could go a lap down, and that could really mess her up in the points. A few other notable drivers here. The 17, Alexander Jones, who actually I think he's pretty far back as well. He is back in 34th. Stephen Pollard, 32nd. Tim Zimmer and Robbie Bannister are the next 2 in points. Tim Zimmer 2nd. Robbie Bannister, where's he at? I don't see him on this first page here. Robbie Bannister. He is? Oh, wait. No, there he is. 41st. And then after him, it is Tina Livingston, Damien Singletary. And they are up. These 3 drivers, the top 3 right now, are really going to have a good points day if something happens with these first few drivers in points. Skylar Roach is back in 26th. So, wow, that's going to be an interesting race. This could be a huge turning point in the championship. Race number 9. We're still, actually we're at the 1/4 mark now in the point standings after this race is over. Still a very long way to go here. Anything can happen. I told you guys last week Talladega was going to be interesting, and it definitely was. 2 more super speedway races this season. So here we go. Getting ready to finish this qualifying session. Get ready to start the race. Almost. There we go. Alright. So out front, that number 5, Damien Singletary, great finish last week at Talladega. He has 1 less start than everybody. He missed Daytona, and he is up in the top 7 in points. So he is looking to possibly retake, well, not retake, he's looking to possibly get the points lead today. You see the 45 of Tim Zimmer on the outside there. He starts 2nd. He is also up in the, I believe 4th place it was in points. The 17 of Livingston is in 6th place in the points. She's having a good season. She's been up and down a little bit, but she's stayed up near the front for the most of the season. That 00, Jeremiah Dwayne, qualified his way into this race. He starts 4th. 5th, Bruce 0. 6th, Axel 0. 7th, Alex Bruno. 8th is Simon Zornato. Simon is up in the top 10 in points. He's in 8th place right now. You see 9th place, Cesar Ramirez. 10th place, John Book. Got the 32, Brett Taylor. The 25, Felix Boucher. Both cars starting up near the front. The 74, Logan York. And the 27, Benjamin Wallace. The 15 of Hunter Blade. The 38 of Sean Howe. The 30 of Ron Jackson qualified his way up into the top 30. Well, made his way up into the top 32 in points. Now he does not have to qualify his way in. He's looking for a good finish. The 29, Jacob Britt. The 24 of Pablo West. Sorry about that. Both of those drivers need a good finish. They've had both had bad starts to the season, but they're trying to work their way up towards the front. The number 2, Tim Brannigan. the number 11 Randon Pickett, and the 90 of Jacob Johnson. The 8 of Clint Spillman, the 18 of Kagan Polshiner, the 09 Evan McCollum qualified his way in to this race, the 81 Skylar Rocha, 43 Dawson Montenegro, and the 50 Cody Rhodes. They both qualified their way into this race. The 97 Gavin Jones. Oh man, okay. Beside him is the 12 of Sabat Oskin, the 20 of Yale Carrillo. Welcome back into the main race. He hasn't been in one of these races for a while. We have the 80, that purple car there, purple and white, Stephen Pollard. The 4 on the bottom, that black car, that's Gary Harmon. Alexander Jones second in the points. He is that yellow and black car. Behind them, the 88 of Josh Hardiman and the 16 CJ Williams. 16, he ended up winning his qualifying race. You've got the 42 Hugo Jimenez, the 48 Ryan Benjamin. Great finish last week at Talladega. Almost won that race. We have the, let's see here. There we go. We have the 1 of Aiden Nofile, the 14 Sarah Rocha, who is the points leader coming into this race, and she starts almost last. Not good for her. We have the 21 Robbie Bannister. He was another car that almost won at Talladega. Both him and Ryan Benjamin both had the fastest cars without any damage, but a lot of damaged cars were up near the front battling, and, well, actually, no, Robbie Bannister did win. What am I thinking? The 48 almost won. 21 Robbie Bannister made that last lap pass. That's what that was on the 30 of Ron Jackson. I'm throwing a blank here. And the 188 of Racer X. Now, it's just, what the heck am I talking about? Robbie won that race. Here we go, gonna get the command to start the engines soon.
Drivers, start your engines!
And the command to start the engines just happened, so these cars are gonna get going with their small pace lap. The pace cars in pit road already. Number 5, Damian Singletary and Tim Zimmer, that 45 car, both start on the outside line. They are looking to have a great points day today, especially if the 14 Sarah Rocha and the 17 Alexander Jones, if they both have a bad race or if they get caught up in some wrecks, that could really put them far behind in points. So green flag in the air. Look at Tina Livingston at number 7 making it 3 wide for the lead in the first turn. Oh, there's a crash in the back. Sean Howe. Sean Howe just wrecked, spun out, the 14 into the wall. The 88, Josh Hardiman. Oh, there's still green flag, by the way. Oh, the 4, Gary Harmon now gets spun out and flipped. Wow. Crazy start to this race already. I believe Tina Livingston is the race leader. Damian Singletary second. That was a lot of commotion already in this race. I don't know where the leaders are. There they are. Sean Howe was the first car spun out. He has a lot of damage to his car. Everybody gonna try to figure out what position they're in. You see 3 and 4 wide back there. Pace car finally... Oh, pace car almost got stuck. What the heck? Pace car finally decides to join the field here. So at number 7, Tina Livingston, she made a great start. Make it 3 wide. Actually, Damian Singletary falls back to 4th. I think that's how the running order is supposed to be. Tina made a great pass in the first turn, making it 3 wide. She got a great jump on the field. Now, of course, it's going to be single file on the restart, so this could be good for a lot of the drivers up front. It could be bad for a lot of the drivers in the back. Stephen Pollard fell back to 40th position. Gary Harmon is 41st, 42nd, Sean Howe. This could be a wild race. Could be a long day. So nobody's going to come down pit road. Let's go back and look what happened to the 38 of Sean Howe. He was the first car that was spun around. He actually did come down pit road. He was on the outside. I think the 29 Jacob Britt. Yep, he clipped him, and that sent the 38 around into the wall. Tim Brannigan almost hit him hard. The 81 Skylar Rocha lost some positions, and then you see it was kind of chaos here. Gary Harmon. Oh, Sean Howe tried to go on pit road. he got spun out by Gary. Gary hard into the wall. Stephen Pollard was involved in that. Very crazy, wild start to this race. See the 38 of Sean Howell is a lap down already. Unfortunate for him. Anything can happen here at Martinsville, though. If he can get a good jump on Tina, he'll be able to pass her and get his lap back, and then he has to hope for a caution pretty quick. He could be back on the lead lap. We saw at Bristol, a lot of cars were able to get their lap back on the restart. Those cars are really brake checking in the turn. So very crazy start to this race. See the 17 Alexander Jones. He is up to 31st in points. Sarah's 37th in, or not points, in the standings. Both those drivers trying to move up through the field. With it being single file now, though, we might get, if we get a long green flag run, those drivers are going to be in the way of possibly going a lap down. Of course, one or two cars a lap down isn't too much of a big deal, but if you have 10 or 15 cars a lap down, it creates a lot of drama, and it also will create a lot of wrecks, and it just takes a lot longer to try to get your lap back. Set number 17 of Livingston is the race leader. Can the 45 of Tim Zimmer do anything to try to get past her? 38 Sean Howell is coming up to the front. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it to the front before the green. He might be able to. So green flag in the air. Sean Howell's not right up with the leaders. That's going to, oh, I was going to say it's going to help Tina Livingston, but maybe not. Here comes Sean Howell on the bottom. The 45 Tim Zimmer now has a chance to possibly capitalize. Maybe not. I thought the 38 Sean Howell was going to get his lap back. Not quite yet. Sean now is the second car in line. Tina Livingston out front here at Martinsville. Gonna run on this view for now. See the 5 David Singletary getting back up to third place. Oops. Started on the pole, fell back to fourth after the first lap. Look at the 45 Tim Zimmer. There's a car in pit road, a couple cars. The 17 Alexander Jones, I think he might have got a black flag. He is on pit road. He's going to go a lap down here at Martinsville. Not a good day for him already. I don't know what happened to him. I guess it was a black flag. You saw Hugo Jimenez also on pit road. They're still on pit road. The 80 is Stephen Pollard. He is another points contender. He's on pit road. Look at the 5 now. Damon Singletary on the outside. He's going to lose some positions here. So those cars now. Sean Howell, Alexander Jones, Stephen Pollard III, and Hugo Jimenez are all a lap down. Sarah Roach is back in 35th position. She's 11 seconds back. This race could really turn the points around. See, there's the 14 of Sarah Rocha, the 21 Robbie Bannister, the winner last week. Behind them, 17 the 88, a lot of other drivers. Tina Livingston now is pulling away from the 45 of Tim Zimmer. Tim's still trying to get past that 38 of Sean Howell. Tim's losing a lot of time each lap. David Singletary gets back around that number 9 car. Damien up to third place. We have a lot of racing going on back here. Look at Jeremiah Dwayne trying to take fourth place away from the number 9 of Bruce Zero. I think Bruce is probably going to fall back a couple more positions here. Meanwhile, in the back, 14th Sarah Roach, she's still in 35th position. We're going to follow her a lot today because that 17 car stays a lap down. Same with that 80. Either the 14 is going to have a really good points day or she's going to have a really bad points day. Tim Zimmer is the next car in line. He is 4th place in points. He is the first car having a great day today. 2nd place for him. So Tim right now could possibly take 2nd place away in the points. Maybe even first, depending on how this race goes. See, Tim Zimmer's still behind that damaged 38 of Sean Howell. Sean's not slow. It's not that he's holding the 45 up. It's just that Tina got a great start. Was able to pass that 38 car, and the 45 actually, I don't think he's able to catch that 38. He's caught him, but the 38's been able to hold him off, and I don't know. They're a little slower than that number 7 right now, but Tina Livingston having a great day. The top 3 cars in the running right now are having really good days and really good points days. They're hoping this thing goes green flag for a while. They want to lap that 14 car. Sarah Rocha, the 42 Hugo Jimenez, is about to be another lap down. Same with the 80 of Stephen Pollard. See Gary Harmon, his car's a little damaged. Can't really see it, but his hood and the right side damaged just a little bit. Actually, Stephen Pollard and Gary Harmon were involved in that first crash. Stephen trying to get past Gary. I don't think Gary's going to make that easy for him. Yeah, Gary does have a little bit of damage on his hood. You can see it kind of crinkled up there on the right side. Gary, pretty slow on the track compared to some of the other drivers. You see the 7 of Tina Livingston. Huge lead, almost a whole straightaway over second. Number 5, Damon Singletary, is starting to catch these guys up here. This is second place. Tim Zimmer had a really wide entry to that turn. He is going to lose a lot of ground on that 38 and the 7. So Tina Livingston over a 3-second lead over second place. Sarah Rocha has fallen back to 36th position. She is 14 seconds off of the leader. If this race goes green flag for a while, it could be very catastrophic for her. Tina continuing to dominate this race. She has led every lap so far, the first 20 laps. She's been close to winning a race. She has not won a race yet. The 80 Stephen Pollard going to try to get underneath Gary Harmon. He will pass him. That is not for position. Gary is on the lead lap. The 80 car is not. The 80 and the 42 both going to be going a lap down here shortly if they can't make up any more ground on these drivers. The 14 Sarah Rocha, she was into the wall. She has got damage on the right side of her car. She's trying to get past the 17 Alexander Jones. Alexander is a lap down. The 88 now, Josh Hardiman. Josh Hardiman, he needs a good finish. He's been doing good this season, but the last couple races, not too good. He was the first car out last week at Talladega. He gets past the 14 car, Sarah Rocha. He at least isn't going to lose a lot of points if it finishes, if this race finishes the way it's running right now. Is that 14, the 17 are both up first and second in the points. The 80 is also up near the front. Sarah back to 37th, Josh 36th. Still 4 cars are a lap down. See the 7 car there, that blue and white car, starting to catch the 42. Meanwhile, back here, the 5, David Singletary, has caught the 45. Is he going to be able to pass Tim Zimmer for position? Possibly. Sean Howell is a lap down, but he is hoping some of those cars go 2 laps down. Right now, Sean's in 39th. He was a part of that first caution. Oddly enough, the caution did not come out when he hit the wall. But in the next turn, Gary Harmon was spun out. He hit the wall pretty hard. The caution was then brought out. Actually, Sean was actually the reason for the first caution. He came down and trying to go into pit road. Gary Harmon was below him, and I don't think he saw Gary there. I don't think he meant to hit him, but he ended up hitting Gary. That put him in the outside wall. Gary has a lot of damage, and not good for him. Meanwhile, the 42 Hugo Jimenez is possibly going to go a lap down here. The leader, Tina Livingston, has caught him. Tina going to look low. She's going to push that 42 out of the way. I think she smells blood in the water. She knows that 14 car is one of the few cars that's not a lap down yet. She wants to put her a lap down. Tina is up near well, Tina's in the top 10 in the points. The 45 and the 5 are also in the top 10. They're running first, second, and third. A lot of other drivers really like if some of these cars want to lap down. That number 7, the blue and white car, she's the race leader. Gary Harmon right in front of her. He is damaged and off the pace. Look at the 80 of Stephen Pollard. He was really far up the track. The 12 is now around. That is going to throw the caution flag out. Sam Oskin. That was right in front of the race leaders. Well, you see there, the 14, Sarah Rocha, able to barely get her, or stay on the lead lap. She will not go a lap down. Sam Oskin was spun out. What the heck happened with Tina? Tina stuck on the track. Something happened with her. What? It's now the race leader, Tina Livingston, having some kind of mechanical issue. We're going to have to follow up with her. I don't know what happened there. That's going to put Tim Zimmer, that 45 car, on, or he's going to be the race leader now. See Sean Howe. I don't know if Sean's going to technically have his lap back because he was able to be in front of Tina there. I don't know what's happening. That was really weird. So now Tim Zimmer is the race leader. 17 to 42 and the 80 are now marked a lap down. Tina just, it looked like her car stalled. She's back on the track, but she's going to be really far back in the field. Wow. Drama already happening here at Martinsville, the second caution of the race. And the 7 of Tina Livingston was the race leader. She ends up having some kind of mechanical issue, and that's going to put her really far back in this field. So the 45, Tim Zimmer, is the race leader. Let's go back and look at Sam Oskin. He got spun out right in front of Tina. Looks like he has a little bit of damage. Yeah, he does. He got into somebody at some point. He just went up a little high. The 17 Alexander Jones spun him out. Oh, you see, Aiden O'File almost spun that 188 car out. Oops. 188 has damage to his car. He got hit. So second caution of the day. 45 Tim Zimmer out front. Oops. He's got a couple cars in front of him, the 38, the 12, and the 42. 42 Hugo Jimenez is a lap down. I believe he's going to be 2 laps down if the 45 can get by him. 38 of Sean Howe's on the tail end of the lead lap, same with the 12. So those 2 cars will start out front. This is probably going to be really hectic for the 45 of Tim Zimmer. Damian Singletary, second. Third is Jeremiah Dwayne. Jeremiah just qualified his way into this race, and he is running 3rd place. Let's look back here. 35th position, Sarah Rocha. 17, Alexander Jones is still 1 lap down. It's going to be tough for him to get his lap back, especially on his restart. I don't even know where they're at. They're really far back in the field. There goes the 17 and the 80. They are catching the leaders here, but the 45 Tim Zimmer going to have his hands full. He is the 3rd car on the outside line. There's going to be 3 cars on the inside line. See if that 5 of Damian Singletary can do anything. He might be able to drop down and actually get the position over Tim. If not him, maybe that 00 Jeremiah Dwayne. Green flag is back in the air here at Martinsville. Look at David Singletary. Maybe. No, Jeremiah Dwayne going to go down low. 45 Tim Zimmer obviously is not going to be able to do anything right now. There goes the 00 Jeremiah Dwayne. Sam Oskin has a lot of damage to that car. See all these cars trying to get their lap back now. Jeremiah Dwayne gonna try to get the position over Tim Zimmer. I think he is. Sean Howe might get spun out. Oh, watch out, Sean. Again into the outside wall. Is that gonna throw the caution out? It did throw the caution out. Wow. Big stack up in the back there. The 29 Jacob Britt is on pit road. See a huge stack up here. Look at the 14 and the 7 trying to get down low. I saw the 29 of Jacob Britt on pit road. I don't know what was going on with him. Yep, he is on pit road. He'll be a lap down now, but I think Well, him and the 32 or 38 of Sean Howe, they're going to be a lap down. Now, at 00, Jeremiah Dwayne is the race leader. Alex Bruno made his way up to second. Third is Tim Zimmer. Fourth, Bruce Zero. Where'd that 5 car go? 5 of Damian Singletary back to 18th position. I don't know what happened to him. I think he might have been spun out. We're going to have to go check that out in a second. And also look at 38 get spun out and wrecked. 38 Sean Howe not having a good day. Was involved in the first caution. Now involved in the third caution as well. Been a lot of action. I don't know if we're going to have pit stops here. Maybe. Jeremiah Dwayne, I think he's... Oh, look at the 17 now. Alexander Jones off. Oh my gosh. Alexander Jones now stopped on the track. He is going to go back a lap down after he just got his lap back. Oh my gosh. Well, while we sort everything out, let's go back and look at the 38 of Sean Howe. He was involved in that wreck again. Tim Zimmer ended up spinning him out. Tim was trying to hold his lead, so... Ooh, hard into the outside wall. The 5 Damian Singletary is stuck behind him. Yet everybody else gets by. Look at Das Montenegro, Rand and Pickett. They were damaged from that wreck, but Damian Singletary having a great day. Now he is going to fall back. Like we said, he was 4th place, and now he is back in 18th position after that wreck. Pace light's still on the pace car. See where some of the drivers are back here in the field. The 17, Alexander Jones, a lap down in 42nd position. Sam Adoskin, 36. Stephen Pollard, 37th. He was able to get his lap back. Josh Hardiman trying to go through the field. He's 34th. Sarah Roach is 32nd. Number 17, Livingston. She's a lap down again. Or no, she is a lap down. She was not a lap down before. Skylar Rocha, 31st. CJ Williams, 28th. Young Carrillo, 26th. Ron Jackson, 24th. Clint Spillman, 25th. Tim Rankin, 22nd. He's been kind of mid-pack all season. Has not been able to do too much. So here we go. Another restart. A lot of cars are a lap down. As more cars get a lap down, it's going to be even more crazy of a restart for everybody. There are 5 cars a lap down. There, some of them are. There they all are. Green flag back in the air. 00 Jeremiah Dwayne gonna easily clear that 38 car. Jeremiah has a pretty quick car right now. Oh, the 74 gets spun out. And a huge crash. Rand Pickett into Pablo West. Ooh, they're still gonna maybe wreck. Maybe not. Caution flag back out here at Martinsville. 27, Benjamin Wallace, he got damaged. That purple car, that's the 50 of Cody Rhodes, not the 14. See a lot of cars hitting each other back here. Rand Pickett, that 11, she got a lot of damage to her race car. She is probably going to have to come down pit road. Whoops. Yep, she is coming down pit road. A lot of damage to that race car. She has hit that 74 Logan York really hard. Unfortunate day for her. She was hoping to have a good finish. She was in 13th at that crash, at the time of the crash. Let's go back and watch what happened with her. I saw the 74 Logan York get turned around and everybody else checked up. Watching the 11 of Rhiannon Pickett. Oh, she actually hit Pablo West, not the 74. So look how Pablo West was involved in this wreck. Pablo was having a good day as well. He was up near the front. 74 Logan York. He's already turned around, but oh, he actually got into the 25 of Felix Boucher. Everybody else checks up. There was almost a couple crashes back here. Ryan Benjamin has some damage to the back of his car. Not too much, but a little bit. 14 Sarah Rocha, 30th position. Not having a great day. Not having the day she wanted. 12 Sam Oskin has damage. Brandon Pickett still on pit road. She is probably going to have to pit a lot. It looks like every once in a while certain cars will get damage in their or on their car, and it basically never gets repaired, as you see there. So she'll be coming down pit road pretty much every other lap. And under green flag, that can create a lot of issues at times with the cars merging back up on the track. A wild race already here at Martinsville. We have a long way to go still. Let's look at some of these top 10 drivers though having really good races. At 00 Jeremiah Dwayne leading this race. Alex Bruno second. We haven't really talked about him at all this season. The 9 of Brew Zero having a good race. Axel Zero right behind him having a great race as well. 37 Cesar Ramirez, he needs a good finish. He's been near that 32 cutoff line. John Book, the 7th place driver, he's having a great run right now. The 8th place driver, number 6 of Simon Zarnato, having a great run. He's one of the drivers in the top 10 in points, so he could possibly capitalize. He does have damage to his car, though. 32 of Brett Taylor and a 09 Evan McCollum are up near the front. 5 cars are a lap down. You see them all there on the inside line. A couple of them have damage. The 38 Sean Howe has a lot of damage from his wrecks he's been in. He's still trying to get his lap back. Could be an interesting restart. If we have a green flag run, Jeremiah might be able to run away with this thing. 42 Hugo Jimenez did not get a good start. 38 of Sean Howe got a great start. Look at Jacob Britt right behind him. Jeremiah not going to be able to pass that 38 car yet. This could be bad. He might be able to clear him in the next turn or two. The 0 of Alex Bruno on the outside. None of the leaders have been able to get down low yet, except for that 04 John Book. Look at Look at Alex Bruno now. He is on the bottom. Gets below that 29 car, the lap car, Jacob Britt. He's going to try to get underneath of, well, he's going to have to try to pass that 38 car as well. There's still double file. Jeremiah Dwayne trying to clear that 38 of Sean Howe on the outside. That's going to be really hard to do. That 38 car, Sean Howe, he has a really good car for being damaged. It's fast. He's able to stay with these leaders, but he is a lap down, so Jeremiah Dwayne at 00 does get by the 38 of Sean Howe. Sean is possibly going to get passed by that 29 of Jacob Britt. Sean has a good car, but he isn't able to gain anything on these guys. Brandon Pickett back down into pit road. She is basically done for the day, I believe. See, the 09 Evan McCollum came down pit road. Same with the 90 of Jacob Johnson. They're both a lap down. Something happening with those drivers. Did not see that. There they are. Meanwhile, back here, there's a big cluster of cars. Jeremiah Dwayne out front here at Martinsville. Alex Bruno second. Third is the 45 of Tim Zimmer. Tim is having an issue, though, getting around some of these drivers. Look at that. Tim Zimmer is third. Fourth is Axel Zero. Axel's a little further back. He's in lap traffic, same with Simon Zarnato and John Book. John Book up to 5th place. Great run for him today. Tim Zimmer not able to pass any of these lap cars. He's actually getting passed by some of them. He's on the outside trying to clear that 42 Hugo Jimenez. These cars are going to be racing, well, the lap cars are going to be racing the lead lap cars pretty hard because they want to try to get up to the 00 Jeremiah Dwayne and try to get their lap back. Meanwhile, Tim Zimmer is going to be about 3 seconds off the lead. I think Tim did clear that 45. That's good for him. I think right now Tim's having a great run, third place. I don't think he really is going to push the issue. He's a pretty smart driver. He knows some of these other drivers are having a bad day. Trapped one lap down. The points leader's 33rd position, so right now as they run, he could possibly take the points lead away. Double zero Jeremiah Dwayne out front, Alex Bruno second. These are drivers that they need a good finish. They're further back in the field. Alex Bruno is 29th in the points, 400 points back. So for him running second, that is a really good race for him. Axel Zero is in 14th position. Sean Howe trying to get his lap back. John Book 19th position, so a top 10 right now for him. That's great news for him. Jeremiah Dwayne is back in about, well, he's in like the 40th some odd position in the points. So having a good race right now for him, that's a great thing. The 5 Damian Singletary has made his way back up to 12th place after being mired back in 18th after one of those crashes. I think that was the third crash, actually. So we see not too much happening right now. Jeremiah Dwayne has a pretty comfortable lead. We did not, at the beginning of this race, we did not really see anybody near the front. Well, we did not see Tina get into lap traffic. She caught the tail end of the field. That's about all the further that went. That 29 Jacob Britt, he has ran down a double zero Jeremiah Dwayne. He wants to try to get his lap back. Get back in this race. He definitely needs a good finish today, that 29 car does. Look at the 15 Hunter Blade. He's up to 10th place in the points. Hunter Blade came in 10th in the, 10th place in the running order. He came into this race 10th place in points. So, having a good day as well. Let's look back here. You see Randon Pickett coming down pit road. 90 Jacob Johnson. Evan McCollum has caught this field. Sarah Roach has fallen back a little bit. She has not been able to do anything really today. Same with Josh Hardiman, Skylar Rocha. You start further back here at Martinsville, and you are kind of in a world of hurt. Look at her hit Josh Hardiman. These cars are beating and banging back here. You see Skylar has damage. Sarah has damage. Not a good race for the points leader. Skylar Rocha has damage on the back of his car. Sam Oskin, a lot of damage. He was involved in that second crash. Got damaged sometime before that before the second caution. Back here, Stephen Pollard trying to move his way up through the field, but does not look like he's going to be able to, at least not yet. Clint Spillman getting passed by that 188 car. 25, Felix Boucher is further in the back. Aiden O'File, Pablo West, they are both racing each other. Pablo got some damage from that last caution. 18, Kegan Polshiner, 27, Benjamin Wallace, they are racing each other. Cody Rhodes trying to make his way up through the field. He's about 22nd. Ron Jackson in the top 20. Having a decent run. Tim Brannigan in front of him. See single file here for the most part. That 74 Logan York has damage. Luckily, damage does not really matter here. If you have damage, that's alright. You can really, you can still do pretty well with damage to your race car. So while Jeremiah Dwayne's still leading, he has about a 4-second lead now over that number 0 of Alex Bruno. His car is stuck behind the 38 of Sean Howe. Tina Livingston now making a pass on the 45 of Tim Zimmer. She is a lap down, but trying to inch her way towards the front. We're over halfway in this race. Well, let's go through the field. You see the top 10 on the standings there. we've pretty much talked about most of those drivers today. 11th place, you've got the 74 of Logan York, involved in the last caution. Got some damage. Gavin Jones, 12th place. He's having a great run today. Dawson Montenegro, 13. He is trying to get himself out of the predicament he's in, back in the top 32 in points. Winner last week at Talladega, Robbie Bannister, 14. His season might be turning around. He had a kind of rough start in speed weeks at Daytona, and has been able to kind of slowly turn his way back around in the points. The 20 of Yale Carrillo, he is really far back in the points, having a good day today. 5, Damon Singletary was in 12th a little bit ago, now he's back to 16th. See, CJ Williams, 17th position, 18th Tim Brannigan, 19th is Ron Jackson, 20th Ryan Benjamin, 21st Cody Rhodes, 22nd Kagan Polscheider, 23rd Benjamin Wallace, 24th is Pablo West, 25th is Aiden O'File, 26th Felix Boucher, 27th Stephen Pollard III, 28th is Racer X, 29th Clint Spillman, 30th Sam Oskin, 31st Skylar Rocha, 32nd Josh Hardiman, 33rd Sarah Rocha, 34th Gary Harmon. They're all on the lead lap. Then we have the 29 Jacob Britt, 35th, he's one lap down. Sean Howe, Tina Livingston, Alexander Jones coming in to this race second in points. He is 38th position, a lap down. Not good for him. Hugo Jimenez, 39th, 40th Jacob Johnson, 41st Evan McCollum, and 42nd Rhiannon Pickett. So that is your top. Well, that's your entire field. See that 00 Jeremiah Dwayne catching the back half of this field. 29 Jacob Britt has been right with Jeremiah. Has not been able to make a move on him yet. Look at Rhiannon Pickett merging back into the track, but she's going to duck down in the pit road again. Unfortunate for her. Had a really good day at Talladega last week. Won the last race. And unfortunately, wrecked in the last crash. Has not been able to get her car fully repaired. She continues to come down pit road for repairs. That black 00 Jeremiah Dwayne is the race leader right now. He has a 5.5 second lead over Alex Bruno in second. You see Tina Livingston at number 7 got past the 38 and the 0. She is trying to march her way back up, trying to find the leader and get her lap back. She was the first leader today. She led the first, I think, 30 laps, 25 or something like that laps. Very dominant early on. Has a very fast race car today. But she has a ways to go. She wants to catch the leader. About 5 seconds until she catches Jeremiah Dwayne. Now Jeremiah Dwayne, that 00 car. Gary Harmon is right in front of him. He's going to try to get past that number 4 car. Oh, look at Jacob Britt. He just put the bumper to the 00 Jeremiah Dwayne. Jacob going to try to get his lap back. Some more drama happening back here in the back half of this field. See a lot of these drivers now getting single file. They know the leader's coming. They're going to do all they can to try to stay up on the lead lap. Jacob Britt, now the 29, gets his lap back. So he is 35th position. He's going to try to pass the 4 of Gary Harmon. I think he might have put the bumper to Gary as well. Jacob did come down pit road a handful of laps ago. He had to serve a penalty, but he did get tires on that pit stop, so he is really marching through the front. You see that 17 of Livingston about a straightaway away from the leader here. So Jeremiah Dwayne, still the race leader. His lead has kind of grown a little smaller because that 0 Alex Bruno is past the 38 of Sean Howe. Tina's about 4 seconds away from Jeremiah. Alex about 4.5 seconds. I don't know if these cars are going to need any fuel or not. Obviously, tires, you can see the 29 Jacob Britt really having a good, well, not a good day, but he's able to get back on the lead lap. That's always good for him. So he's going to try to pass the 14 now, Sarah Rocha, the points leader. This is probably going to be big for Sarah because if she goes a lap down, it's going to be difficult to stay on or try to get her lap back, especially since she has not been down pit road yet. She does not have fresh tires. 29 Jacob Britt on the lead lap and gaining positions now. The 14 is one car away from being one lap down. Jeremiah Dwayne trying to do everything he can. He knows if he puts that 14 car one lap down, that will help him out in the point standings a lot because she's the points leader. He is below the top 32 cutoff line, so this could be a huge points day for him. If he wins this race, this could catapult him in the top 32 in points. Tried to make a move that last time by. Maybe not. Not yet. He has caught her. Gary Herman falling back. Tina Livingston still about the same distance away from Jeremiah Dwayne. They're not slower than the leader, but they're about equal. Just these lap cars make all the difference here at Martinsville. Jacob Britt got past the 81 of Skylar Rocha. Skylar trying to pass him, but Jacob has a really good car right now. He is going to clear him and continue to climb up through the standings here. This race almost coming to an end already. That 00 trying to get that 14 car lap down. Meanwhile, they're catching the 81 Skylar Rocha. Jacob Britt, that 29, continues to make passes. Obviously, these cars do not want to get passed because if they get passed, they get put on the outside line. Not good for them. Jacob, though, able to easily pass them without any issue. There goes the 00 Jeremiah Dwayne, trying to put the 14 car one lap down here at Martinsville. Another points contender today, going to go a lap down. Stephen Pollard has his lap back. The 14 Sarah Rocha is a lap down now, the points leader. First place in points, second place in points are both one lap down at Martinsville. And the 80 of Stephen Pollard, 26. Stephen Pollard might be able to get the points lead, but I really think the 45, Tim Zimmer, he's running in the top 5. I think he is going to get the points lead today. Sarah Rocha one lap down, and now the 00 Jeremiah Dwayne going to try to pass more cars and gap everybody else that's behind him. 3.5 seconds is Alex Bruno. See in front of these cars, look at Skylar Rocha trying to pass the 8 of Clint Spillman. It might be 3 wide going into turn number 1. Jeremiah Dwayne not taking any prisoners today. He is passing cars now left and right. That's not what the 14 wants to see, though, because the more cars that are lapped down, she's going to be further back in the pack if we have a restart. Well, further back in the field, she's not going to be able to get her lap back too easily. Obviously, either way, it's not going to be a good points day for her. She's trapped a lap down in 34th position. Here comes Clint Spillman trying to pass the 81, Skylar Rocha again. Jeremiah Dwayne putting a lot of cars a lap down. See Tina Livingston about a half of a straightaway away. She has fresh tires. Alex Bruno, second place, trying to get some position here. And everybody else back here behind that 38 of Sean Howe. Thought it was a lot longer of a line than what it was, but it's not. 45 Tim Zimmer behind the 17 of Alexander Jones. Simon Zarnato up there, he's in 5th place. These cars up here, they just have to hang on. If they hang on for the next 20, 30 laps or so, whatever, however many laps we have left, they're going to get good finishes. They're going to gain a lot of points today. Hugo Jimenez at 42 with a lap down. 37. Cesar Ramirez is in 6th place. Brett Taylor 7th. John Book having a great day. He's in 8th place. He needed a good finish today, so having a good run for him. Let's look further back here. A lot of cars, single file. Will we get a late race caution, and will we have a restart with less than 25 to go? See some racing back here. Jacob Johnson trying to pass the 18 of Kagan Polshiner and the 1 of Aiden No file. The 90 car is a lap down. See up here Stephen Pollard right there. making some ground up. Not too much. He is a lap, or not a lap down. He almost is a lap down. Jeremiah Dwayne has gotten past Skylar Rocha. So now we have 31 cars on the lead lap. Jeremiah Dwayne continues to pass cars. Look at Tina Livingston at 7. She gets past the 14 car of Sarah Rocha. The 7 and the 29, they both have tires. They both have fresh tires than the rest of this field. I don't know if these cars they might have to come down pit road for fuel. A lot of these drivers have been 100 laps without pitting. Jacob Britt, you see him up here. He has passed a lot of cars. He is still passing cars. Jacob is up to 26th, now possibly 25th. This could be a good points day for him after all. Gaining a lot of position. You see Stephen Pollard 28th position, trying to pass that 25 of Felix Boucher. Leader right back there, that black and red 00, catching these cars. Problem with Martinsville, as we said earlier, if you start in the back, you're going to have a really hard time making up any ground. If we get a caution, I really hope we get a caution. I'd like to see another crash, another restart. See if there's any strategy, if anybody... Oh, I thought we had a caution, never mind. See if anybody would come down pit road, take tires. Obviously help themselves up through the field. Tim Brannigan trying to pass the 16 of CJ Williams. He, I think, is going to make that pass. Ryan Benjamin also trying to... I thought he was going to try to make a pass on that 43 car. Robbie Bannister still 14th. He has not really been able to move up through the field. Gavin Jones 13th. He's lost a position since the restart. 74, Logan York, 12th place, and even though he was involved in a crash earlier, having a pretty good day. Yo Carrillo is up in the top 10 now, having a fantastic day. He really needs the points. He's going to try to get past that number 9, a Bruise Zero. I think he's going to do it. Ahead of them is that the 04 John Book. Brett Taylor, Cesar Ramirez in 6th place. Simon Zarnato, he's got a lot of damage to the back of his car. That's for 5th place. You see 4th place, Tim Zimmer. 3rd place, Axel Zero has really gapped the 4th place driver. Gary Harmon's a lap down. You see the Zero, Alex Bruno, less than 2 seconds away from the leader. They've got 5 cars between them, though. 14 car, I cannot believe she's had a bad day today. She managed to hold on and have a decent finish last week at Talladega, even being involved in multiple wrecks. But she is really far back outside of the top 30. Points are really going to change today. It's going to be interesting. The 14 car running in 35th, the 17 running in 38th. They are the first 2 in the points. The 80 of Stephen Pollard running 27. He is 3rd in points. 4th is Tim Zimmer. Tim Zimmer might come out with the points lead today. Tim was 120 points out of the points lead after the race last week at Talladega. Obviously, he has probably gained about 140, 150 points at the moment. Alex Bruno continuing to pass some of these drivers. The gap between him is the 188, the 88, the 7, and the 81. 4 cars between him and Jeremiah Dwayne. Can Alex Bruno catch Jeremiah, get his first win? Also, the Allstar race is coming up here very shortly. The Allstar race, what I'm planning on doing is all the pole sitters and all the winners from this season will be involved in the main Allstar race. For the All-Star Showdown, it's going to be all the drivers in the qualifying races with wins and poles that are going to be racing. Oh, we've got a crash. Skylar Roach is somehow able to get up past that wreck. I think he actually, did he get his lap back? Skylar Roach gets his lap back from that caution. That did cause a caution, right? Yeah, it did. Caution flag out. We are going to have... Oh, who is that? Is that Robbie Bannister? I think that might have been Robbie Bannister. I don't know where he is. Oh, a little bit of a hit there. The 81 Skylar Rocha getting his lap back. That could have been a very bad crash. I don't see anybody back here that really has any damage. I don't know who that was. Now, the very interesting thing here, if nobody pits, we are going to have less than 10 to go on the restart, which means the 00 and the 0 will be single file. Everybody's going to be single file. But that means Jeremiah Dwayne is going to have 5 cars between him. I don't know who was in that crash. Whoever it was, they retired. I think. I guess. Maybe not. Who in the heck was that? Well, the one of Aiden O'File is in pit road. So let's see if anybody comes down pit road. Nobody does. I thought we'd at least have one car. Oh, the 21 Robbie Bannister, the winner last week at Talladega. Something happened with him. He was involved in a wreck. Well, yeah, he was the car that was on the bottom there. Smoke coming out of his car. That is an unfortunate way to end his race. So the green flag is still out here. Let's ride with him. It was not on this straightaway, but it's the next one that something had happened. The 74 Logan York might have turned him around. Oh, there's a caution already. The one of Aiden O'File was the first car that wrecked. Oh, Logan York just spun the 21 car around. So Robbie Bannister, oops. Robbie Bannister, heavy damage on his car. Yep, 74 just spun him around. Gavin Jones almost involved in that wreck. Now let's watch the one of Aiden O'File. Something happened with his car. He wasn't really having a great day today, but I don't know what happened with him. It looks like he spun out or something. It looks like he had a tire down or something. That was a really weird crash, or really weird whatever happened with him. Let's see again. Out of turn number 4, his car gets really loose. It just kind of bobbles, and everybody checks up. That 81 of Skylar Rocha somehow managed to get by all of these cars that were slowing down. Let's watch on Skylar Rocha's view. That's not going to be a race-winning move, not at all, but he gets his lap back. There's the leader, Jeremiah Dwayne. That happens up there with Aiden. Everybody checks up. Skylar on the bottom is able to get by all these cars. He is up to 26th position, so that helped him out a little bit. It gained him a couple positions. Oh, wow, we're already getting back to green flag. So we're going to have less than 10 laps to go. Jeremiah Dwayne, that 00 car, he is the race leader. Meanwhile, 5 cars between him and the 0 of Alex Bruno. See if anything happens here. Stephen Pollard is a lap down. He is right behind that 00 of Jeremiah Dwayne. Looks like everybody gets out of turn number 2 without any issues. Oh, Aiden O'File now blowing up on the track. His day just went from bad to worse. He might have actually... I don't think there's a caution on the track, but I think he actually was spun out by someone. We'll have to go back and look at that. Meanwhile, a lot of cars racing back here. CJ Williams is on pit road. Something happening with his car. Meanwhile, Jeremiah Dwayne is the race leader. Skylar Roach up to 24th position after getting his lap back. CJ Williams is back on track. Looking up through the field here, and ooh, Axel Zero, that number 99, he is gonna get pushed back possibly. Tim Zimmer now going to try to pass him for 4th place. Hugo Jimenez on the outside. Here comes Brett Taylor. Yale Carrillo. Yale Carrillo up to 7th place. He's having a great run. John Book is going to fall out of the top 10, I think. Or he's going to stay in 10th. Green flag still in the air. We're almost on the last lap already. I didn't realize we were that far into this race. I knew we had less than 10 to go, but this race goes by really quick. Yale Carrillo going to try to get past Hugo Jimenez. Oh, he made a little bit of contact. I thought Hugo was going to crash. Gary Harmon getting past. Axel Zero, that 99, has been able to hold on to his 4th place position. Meanwhile, the leader is going to get 2 laps to go. Jeremiah Dwayne, 00, has been out for a very long time, since about, I think, lap 60, 70. Though number 1 of Aiden O'File does retire from the race. That 80 car, Stephen Pollard, he is 2nd in line, but he is a lap down. Jeremiah Dwayne getting the 1 to go from the flag stand. And I think as long as he doesn't have any mechanical issue, he is going to win the race. Jeremiah Dwayne qualifying his way into this race from the qualifying event. And he will come back at Martinsville, the main event, and win the race here. Great job to him. First win of the season. Skylar Roach is still, he's trying to pass cars, but he is on the outside. A lot of cars back here. Everybody will finish this race. Let's go back and look at the number 1 of Aiden O'File. See what exactly happened with him. I think he was wrecked. It looked like he had a lot of damage. Oh, coming off the turn. Rhiannon Pickett, the damaged car. Ooh, just what happened with the 21 Robbie Bannister. Yeah, that will take the 1 out of the race. Unfortunate for him. So the race is complete. Jeremiah Dwayne, your race winner. 2nd, Alex Bruno. 3rd, Simon Zarnano. Great points day for him. 4th, Axel Zero. 5th, Tim Zimmer. Another great points day. 6th, Brett Taylor. Great points day for him. 7th, Cesar Ramirez. 8th, Bruce Zero. 9th, Yale Carrillo. Really good points day for Jeremiah and Yale. Outside of the top 32 in points, they both get top 10s. John Book is 10th place. Logan York 11th. Hunter Blade 12th. 13th, Gavin Jones. 14th, Damon Singletary. Not a terrible day, but he did qualify first. He could have done a lot better, I believe, if he would have been stuck back in traffic. We got the 48 Ryan Benjamin, the 43 Dawson Montenegro. He might be out of the top or out of the bottom 32. 17th is Tim Brannigan. 18th, Jacob Britt was able to rally back from last place to 18th after being a lap down early. 19th, Kagan Polshiner. 20th, Ron Jackson. 21st, Felix Boucher. 22nd, Benjamin Wallace. 23rd, Cody Rhodes. 24th, Pablo West. 25th, Skylar Rocha. 26th, 1 lap down, Stephen Pollard III. 27th, Salmon Oskin. 28th, Tina Livingston. 29th, Josh Hardiman. 30th, Racer X. 31st, Clint Spillman. 32nd, Sarah Rocha. 33rd, Sean Howe. 34th, Alexander Jones. 35th, Gary Harmon. 36th, Hugo Jimenez. 37th, Jacob Johnson. 38th, Evan McCollum. 39th, CJ Williams. Out of this race is the 1 of Aiden O'File. He finishes 40th. Not the finish he wanted, not the finish he needed. Robbie Bannister, after winning last week at Talladega, 41st for him. Rhiannon Pickett, 42nd. Not a good day for her. Points are going to be wild. Top 3 in points coming into this race. Sarah was the points leader. She finishes 32nd. Alexander Jones, 34th. He came in 2nd in the points coming into this race. Coming in 3rd in the points, Stephen Pollard, the 3rd, number 80. It's going to be wild. Now that number 6, the number 45, they could be, one of these 2 drivers could be the points leader. Let's go check the points out now after race number 9. Very dramatic race for some of these drivers. Very bad, very good for others. So let's have a look at the points after race number 9. So the points after race number 9 at Martinsville. Sarah Rocha still comes out as the points leader, but her lead has definitely shrank a lot since the race. See a lot of drivers having a really good finish. Tim Zimmer up near the top, I think he got 4th, 5th place, the top 5 for him. He has 27 points back from Sarah. Stephen Pollard III still is third place in points. He has 74 points back. Alexander Jones had the worst out of all these drivers. He will lose 2 positions. He is fourth, but he has 83 points back. Simon Zarnato gained 4 positions in the standings. He has 89 points back. See Damian Singletary, he gained a position. Brett Taylor, Axel Zero, and Hunter Blade, they all gained positions. Skyler fell back a couple positions. Tina falls back to 11th. But a lot of these drivers, though, they are really, really close to the leader. Really, the top 13, Robbie Bannister, he fell back 8 positions. He was 5th coming into the race. Unfortunate day for him. But really, the top, however many, top 12 or so drivers, they could get to the points lead in a race if another bad race happens for these top few drivers. See John Book having a great day. He's 15th in points. Josh Hardiman falls back to 17th. Not a good day for him. Raynon Pickett has lost 5 positions. She's back in 18th. Tim Brannigan up to 19th in points. Sean Howell lost some positions after wrecking twice. He was involved in a wreck. A couple people spun him out. Pablo West loses some positions. Ryan Benjamin 27th in points. Dawson Montenegro was able to get himself out of his predicament, and he does not have to qualify his way in next week. Ron Jackson back near the cutoff point, 31st position, but he is in the race, so does not matter for him. Clint Spillman on the cutoff, only 4 points ahead of 33rd place Jacob Johnson. Jacob lost 5 positions. Gary lost 7. Tim Hoffman ends up losing 1 position. Look at Jeremiah Dwayne with his win, up to 36th place in points. He passes a lot of drivers. Cesar Ramirez up to 29th. He gained 6 positions. He is out of the bottom half of the field in the top 32 in points. Great for him. So now next week, Jacob Johnson, Gary Harmon, Tim Hoffman, Jeremiah Dwayne, Aiden O'File, C.J. Williams, Tyrell Resner, Evan McCollum, Sheila Harmon, Evan McCollum, Darvish Jr., Logan Gentry, Benjamin Wallace, Colton Harmon, Yale Carrillo, Cody Rhodes, Brian Lancaster, and Racer X are all going to have to try to qualify their way into the main event. Top 10 of those drivers will get to the main event. See a lot of people with wins all scattered throughout the points series. Drivers back here with wins. The 00 Jeremiah Dwayne outside of the top 32, but he has a win. Pablo West has a win. So 9 races, 9 different winners. A lot of drivers still searching for their first win. 2 drivers in the top 5 have wins. Sarah Rocha, Simon Zornato. Sarah won at Atlanta. Simon won at Las Vegas. Then you have Skylar Rocha, won at Bristol. Logan York won at Rockingham. Robbie Bannister, Talladega. Jacob Britt won, I believe that was Darlington. Sam Adoskin won the 500. Pablo West wins at Texas. And Jeremiah Dwayne is our recent winner here at Martinsville. So the points definitely changed a little bit. They got really close as well. Next week is California. It's going to be a fun race. That is a good track with a lot of great racing. It might be kind of like Atlanta. We will find out, though. We will see you guys next week. Thank you all for watching here at Martinsville.